Cough, cough. Welcome back to another little podcast here with our little boys. Yours truly, I am Sterling Silver. Hello, how you doing? With us, we have our little regular guest, Matthias Ferrugia. How you doing, boy?
I refuse to partake in the usage of that stupid fucking nickname. It is good to be on the podcast, though. Thank you, Sterling.
Alrighty. And,
Oh,
and who's this I hear? Spencer Peters
yeah,
at it
It's
again?
me again.
How you doing, boy?
Doing pretty good. Went to the mall and I bought Samus Amiibos and Secret of Mana.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So,
Are we going right into the Nintendo Direct, or are we going to do like a week thing? Like people's weeks?
I don't know. Should we do a week, my boy?
We can probably burn through
My
it.
week was I did stupid Navy paperwork so I can get the fuck out, and it pissed me off the whole time. That's my fucking week.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You had a great time, I believe
I
you.
mean, I didn't have to work or get up at a certain time. It just was annoying to have to do it. So it's not all bad.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. Anyways, Matt, how was your week? So we don't
I had
skip
a
you,
pretty good
because that's mean.
I'm alright. I'm not doing so bad.
No, what did you do? No one cares how you feel. They only want to know what you did.
Well, I did play some Neo, which means that I'm feeling
man.
incredibly depressed and frustrated because I was playing Neo.
Do you not like it, or is it just because it's
Sucks
hard?
for you.
No, it's just hard.
Okay.
It's just hard. That's
I
all.
saw that at GameStop today, and I was tempted to buy it.
Oh, Neo's great, dude. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
I
wanted to play the
I did the
shitty
same
SNES
thing with
game.
Neo.
Yeah, I heard it's not bad.
I did the same thing with Neo that I do with almost every other video game, which I play it for a month, and then I don't play it at all for a year, and then I go back into playing it again.
Just
So
about
I,
same.
Yeah.
Except I'd
so
never
I,
go back to it.
I got back into Neo and I beat the first and second bosses, and now I'm just going
That's it?
back to old levels and getting collectibles that I missed. And
Okay.
boy, howdy, do I enjoy that game!
Mm.
It's that's a good one. I have also been I've been getting back up to date with Tomo-chan wa Ononoko. And
I don't
as
know what the
always, it
fuck
is,
that is.
What's that?
dude, Spencer, are you a fan by any chance of romantic comedies?
No, not.
Nope.
Pretty much no. Well, I like Toradora a lot, and that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's because it's good.
If
Fucking
you
fight
are
me.
a fan, no, like the reason why I'm asking is because if you're a fan even a little bit of the genre, or if you're simply a fan of good writing whatsoever.
I am a fan of good writing, but that is a very highly subjective term. Yes, thank you.
Go read Tomo-chan. It's got everything a man could need. It's got a strong romantic plot line.
Swear to God, if this is just the Love Hina conversation all over again, or not the Negima conversation all over again.
Oh
Dude,
boy.
I read over half of Negima, and
I know.
I enjoy this much more than Negima.
Okay, well, yeah. Probably for obvious reasons.
Yeah. No, like, don't get me wrong. Like, once upon a time, like, see, they had a big manga selection in my old at my old high school, and they had almost all the volumes of Negima. So at that time, I was like, oh, I'll read Negima. And I don't know, like, I haven't revisited it. Don't feel any like pressing need to. But Tom
Good.
is yeah, it's a good one.
The end.
So,
Okay. Anyways, Nintendo Direct happened this week. Yeah,
Yes,
it did. So did anybody even know that this was gonna happen? Or did they just... I feel... Because, like, the Direct in general, it was just, like, I came home from finishing work shit, and I saw on Facebook like, Nintendo Direct in like an hour, and I was like, what the fuck? And then it happened, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, did they announce this earlier or anything? Like, the post I saw was from like the day before, so it was at least like a day ahead. But like, I didn't. Do they always do stuff that suddenly, where they're just like, oh, so
I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, so Nintendo Direct happened, and
So,
a lot of shit got announced.
Keeping with tradition of Nintendo games, Crash Bandicoot was released.
Yeah.
Or is announced, the 3. Which
you realize, like, I'm gonna probably buy the I'm way more inclined to buy it now. It's weird where, like, I'm more inclined to buy certain games just because they're on the Switch. Because I feel just being able to, like... It's just the nice portable aspect of the Switch. Because if I go on my PS4, all I'm gonna think of while playing my PS4 is I could be playing a fighting game instead.
Yeah. Detective Pikachu got announced... Well... is finally
coming
I
out.
guess.
Did you guys hear about who the actual voice actor for that guy is going to be? It's Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Deadpool.
Wait.
Or better known as Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That makes me realize who that boy is.
Yeah. Yeah, so Pikachu happened. And then bunch of random shit, bunch of random fucking ports. Like South Park is cool. I think Little Nightmares is actually a super cool game. And then...
For like 2 hours?
Yeah, but it's 2 hours of fucking fun. Fuck you. Who cares if it's fun? Don't be that guy, Sterling. Don't be... but it's not Skyrim, it's not 60 hours worth of infinite time. And then comes out 50 times.
But Skyrim sucks, though.
Yeah,
but people for 60 hours.
Yeah, but people are like, oh, but there's so much to do in Skyrim, so it's worth the money. Fucking hate people. Anyways. Sorry, what?
But that Undertale, though.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about Undertale. See, here's the thing I've been telling everybody about Undertale on the Switch. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed that game. I'm not one of the haters. Like, I enjoyed that game a lot. But the whole thing with the Switch ports, right, is that there have been so many games that it's like this has never been on a Nintendo like console in general, and this has almost always been like a PS4 and Xbox port, and occasionally it's also on PC, but it's such a high-end game. And with so many families, they're like, oh, well, our PC sucks, so we can't run it, right? But we have a Switch because family, right? So that's why it's cool to have, like, Dark Souls or Crash Bandicoot is actually really cool because there's going to be a lot of kids that are like, I never played Crash because I've always been a Nintendo kid. So now they get to play the fucking Crash Bandicoot games. Anyways, like, that's been the whole thing is, like, it's cool that you get access to all these games that all these other guys do. Like, you're late to the party, but at least you get to play it, right? Like at
the very least.
Yeah, like the people that I'm most like if you bought Skyrim for the Switch because you've never been able to play it, then that's actually fine because I think everyone should try Skyrim at least once because like I like that game when I played it. I'm just sick of seeing it every fucking year on a new thing for 7 years. That's just my opinion. But with Undertale, here's the thing with Undertale, like, that game is, like, not hard to access. It's on PC, and you can run it on, like, a fucking toaster, because it's a fucking RPG Maker game. So, like, all I can think of is, like, all the people that are going to buy Undertale on the Switch are the rare people, like, the 2 people in the world that haven't fucking played it yet. And that's, like, I feel like it's going to be those guys, and then the people that are, like, with Skyrim, where they're like, oh, I just fucking like it so much that I'm just gonna buy it again. Which is like, it's fine if you want to support that, but like, I feel like they're not gonna, it just seems like a weird choice to do.
I think the main pull for most of these Switch ports of like, oh, they're getting hype about it is because it's on the go.
Yeah, I was actually just about to bring that up if you didn't say that. But no, I totally agree because that is like that is a cool thing about a lot of the ports is like
Which is fantastic because that's why I have a PS Vita and I play all my PS1 games on
Exactly.
it. 'Cause fudge me, I want to play them on the go.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Play Personas
Yeah.
on the go.
Fucking.
I don't care about.
Speaking of on the go, can't forget about all the super good 3DS games like WarioWare, and that's all I care about.
Well, that Dylan's Dead Heat Breaker, though, finally getting localized.
I've never even heard of this thing before.
It-
What is it?
Apparently a very good game.
What is it?
It's
A
like a-
platformer? It looks like an
It's like
RPG.
a tower defense type of thing,
What?
but actual defense. Like an actual game.
So it's like
Unlike
Fortnite.
Well, sort of.
A little, just a little. And then, that was.
But yeah,
And then Mario Tennis came out.
oh yes,
Which is
Mario
cool.
Tennis, the best game ever.
I mean, it looks fun.
It's shaping up to be the best game ever, but you never know.
I've always been one of those guys. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario fan, but I've never played a Mario game that I've been like, oh, I don't like it. Like, I've played them and always just been like, it's just fun. They're just fun.
Yeah.
This is the best thing about Nintendo is, like, I always feel like if I have fun with a game, I don't fucking care. Like, there have been plenty of games that I played that I know are bad, but I still have fun with them, so I still like them. And all the Mario games are just fun. Like, you can bicker about them, but if you enjoyed yourself, then you enjoyed yourself. But some people are assholes and, like, just refuse to enjoy things, so whatever. And then the other thing with the Direct that was so fucking nutty was I've been, like, asking people about this where, like, I didn't realize Splatoon was, like, so fucking popular.
Yeah, it's I think it's one of Switch's biggest games.
Wow.
Or the Wii U's or whichever one. I forget
Apparently, like,
what
both. Like, I was talking
ever.
to my friend earlier today, and he said, like, yeah, like, the first one was super fucking huge, and the second one is just about as huge. We're like, it's really popular. I guess it's just another shooter, but, like, you know, it's rated E, so even the kids that have the parents that won't let them get Call of Duty can play this instead, I guess.
Of course. Yeah.
I guess. So that's all the thing. But, like, it just made me realize, like, wow, it's so, like, this is the first time where, like, I think I've had such a disconnect from Nintendo, like, general fan base, because I just don't fucking care at all about Splatoon. And Splatoon was, like, half of this fucking Direct, I feel, where, like, we watched all this stuff, they were like, oh, look at this is new. Here's 20 minutes of Splatoon. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, can we just get on to the next thing? And then the next thing happened.
Well, hey,
Oh, yeah.
you still got all of those other
Oh,
things
man.
to talk about before we talk about more Mario Tennis.
But all the other
okay?
things, like, are so, like, insignificant, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking cares about... Well,
But-
I'm sure people care about the new No More Heroes game. But,
Eh,
we're assholes.
do they, though?
yes, people like
Do
those
they?
games.
I
don't
Well,
care
they
about
do
them.
like those games, yes, for reals. But will they like this new one that totally looks different and looks not good?
They'll probably
Alright,
like it just because it's
I-
got the same aesthetic.
I want to play the new No More Heroes, but like I'm stuck in a situation where I can't justify me buying like a Switch just for it right now. But
yeah.
if I had a Switch, do not get me wrong, I'd be fucking jumping on this game.
All right, if this was like an actual No More Heroes 3, would you be considering it right now, Matthias?
If this was a full-on No More Heroes 3, then I don't know if I would even buy a Switch for that. But I would be even more
Really?
incentivized, yeah.
Yeah, but here's all the incentive you need, right? Breath of the Wild. There you go.
No.
No.
Fuck you
no,
guys.
No, like...
Literally
no,
the
don't
only
get me
reason I
wrong.
bought a Switch.
No, hear me out. Don't get me wrong. Breath of the Wild looks fucking great. However, that being said, those huge open world kind of action games like your Skyrims, your Breath of the Wilds, so on and so forth. And
Sushi Strikers.
And I know that Skyrim is like much more like an actual RPG, but still like
No.
that kind of thing.
I would almost
is
argue
not
that
what-
Zelda, it was more of an RPG. Like,
No,
I'm not
what-
even fucking kidding.
Either way.
Like, I'm
Either
dead
way,
serious.
the point of what I'm trying to say is that is not what I care about whatsoever right now. Like, I'm not into the whole open world kind of aesthetic right now.
That's fine.
That's not
That was actually, like, why I got it, because I was like, I want to play, like, a big open world exploration game again. And I was like, I haven't played Zelda yet. And then I figured out you could make them all talk fucking Japanese, and I was like, they finally gave me my big weeaboo exploration game.
Yep.
Well, I guess I don't need Code Vein anymore.
Wow, cool.
Just kidding. I'm still gonna buy Code Vein.
To be honest with you, like Spencer, if I were to get a Switch in the near future, then out of anything, it would probably be to play Bayonetta 2, since I've never owned a Wii U ever in my life.
You and millions and billions of other people.
And also Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
If you're like a huge Zelda fan that's been in the Zelda game for your life and have cared about it deeply, then I'm happy for you as far as Breath of the Wild is.
It's less being a Zelda fan and more just I heard it was good.
No, like I believe it. It's just not me right now.
I got you. No, I feel you.
But the actual great Zelda game, Hyrule Warriors.
I was really hoping you'd say Wind Waker, because that is the actual correct answer.
No, that is the correct answer, but
the
more correct answer would be Hyrule Warriors.
Isn't that like a good Warriors game? Yeah, I will actually probably buy that. Like I heard a lot of people say that like this is the Warriors game that you play.
Though most of those are coming from people who have never played a Warriors game. That's just, I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, I've played Warriors games. I mean, I enjoyed them, I guess, but like, yeah.
It's the same. All it is, hey, do you like the aesthetic of Zelda? Here you go. Let's paste it on.
Yep. Okay, let's just fucking get it over with. Super fucking Smash Brothers on the Switch. No one fucking cares. Just kidding. Everyone cares.
Apparently.
Like, it was so nutty where, like, that trailer happened, right? Or is this the Splatoons? And I literally called it the second hour. I'm like, it's gonna be the Splatoon kids and fucking Smash Brothers.
Uh-huh.
But, like, they really, like...
I think everybody called that.
No, but
unless they're blind.
With how people are, I feel like so many people are probably like, there's no way it could be a new Smash Brothers. It's like, no, dude, what are you, crazy? Like, it's what I say every day of my life. Nintendo has two things they can make to just infinitely produce money forever. And that's fucking Pokemon and Smash Brothers. As long as they just keep making those two game series, you will literally never not be the richest motherfuckers in the world. Because everyone loves Smash, everyone loves Pokemon.
Keep pumping them out, yeah.
And
can't wait for Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jimmy for Smash!
Which has been your favorite of like the memes of that? I think I like the one. I saw the one where Butch Hartman himself was like,
yeah.
Did you see the one? Did you see the new Smash trailer? And he put the Dingleberg silhouette in there, and I was like, "That's actually amazing."
Yeah.
No, it's like Dinkelberg, and then they had the dude that like, it's the I had to do it to him guy, and they just have his silhouette. Uh-huh. That one was really funny too. I know Smash Brothers coming on the Switch. The only there's been the whole conflict of if it's a new title, if it's not. I personally think it is, mostly for the reason that
I think it's gonna be a combination of like, here's a little port and here's an extra stuff, extra stuff.
Like I could also see it being like a port and then just a shit ton of DLC or something.
Yeah,
because like the main driving reason that like I think it's a new title, but I would also believe when you say that, like I would agree that you would also possibly be right, is just the fact that they focus so hard on making it that they show because in the trailer they show like the silhouettes of people, so they show Mario and then they show Link, and Link is just Breath of the Wild Link, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how they always do it, where Link is always how he looks in that current game, where it's like with the first two, they didn't make it like that was before Wind Waker, so they just stuck with the Ocarina of Time Link because that was the most famous one. But then they put Ocarina of Time Link in the Wii one or they put they put Wind Waker Link in the Wii version because he was more topical at the time, because that style of Link was in so many games at the time. And then with it was the same thing with Twilight Princess, where they made normal Link look like Twilight Princess Link. And then in the newest version, Smash 4, they made him look more like Skyward Sword. So they just made him look like, Breath of the Wild Link. So that just makes me think, like, it's probably going to be a new game. But that's, like, to go off of that alone is, like, kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
But it's optimistic, yeah.
I feel like this is just me being optimistic, but I feel like if it was a port, they would have just said so. Like, they would have just called it. They would have been like, "Oh, we're putting Super Smash Brothers on the Switch." Like, they wouldn't give it a whole new weird name. This is why, like, fucking stupid fucking. Why the fuck would you call that game Super Smash Brothers and then make another one? Like, naming your fucking game series, like taking a name in a series and then making it the normal fucking name with no number or anything is the dumbest shit ever. And yeah, I'm fucking looking at you, Devil May Cry 5, which you don't even deserve that fucking name, really. Anyways.
There's a reason why this happens, and the most prevalent way to look at it is, and I actually heard about this too on one of the latest Friendcasts, where Pat and Wooly were talking about how if you have like a long-running series and people get intimidated by the numbers of like, oh, I haven't played 1 through 3, so what about this 4th entry in the series? Oh, I don't want to buy this because it's so far in that I don't know anything about the story. So a soft reboot. So like a soft reboot's going to be like, oh yeah, don't worry about those. You don't have to play
the rich lore of Super Smash Brothers, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's that's the thing is, yes. Like, there's so many series where, like, I agree with you, like, it can seem intimidating where you're like, well, what's the point of playing this game because I'm not going to know what's going on in it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get so little out of it compared to if I was going in with previous knowledge.
Yeah.
But with Smash Brothers, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
It's just like any other big series games, like, here's Street Fighter. Oh, Street Fighter 3, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but Ryu and Ken are fucking in. Who cares? Just play the game and enjoy yourself. Shit. And it's the same thing with, like, with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is probably one of the best examples where there's, like, 50 million fucking Final Fantasy games, but only, like, 3 max have anything to do with each other, and every other game is a whole new story by itself. So you can play whichever one you want. It's going to be its own thing.
And then
but at the same time, like, no one
you want.
Like,
and then when you play which one that you want to, the rest of the Final Fantasy fan base is going to yell at you about why the one that you chose is
the
not
worst
the best one. And why their favorite's the best one. And why you're not allowed to like 7 because 6 is so much better. And why the people who play 6 are dumb.
No,
and it's actually
6 is the
They're
best
both
one.
horrible.
It's 10.
What? No, 6 is good. Well,
no, it's not.
I'm mad at you guys now. 6 is fun. I don't know.
Actually, I have
gameplay wise, it's fine.
Yeah.
10 is just like,
the story is kind of a mess. I got lost like 50 times because I got bored as shit, but I enjoyed it.
I
don't know. I'm trying to play 7 again, and it's okay, but like, I don't know. I bought it's enjoyable, but like, I just don't get how unfucking real like the hype is. Like, every time I play this game, I expect it to just be the best fucking, like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I ever played. But like, I think it's just been so overhyped for me. It was probably like this when people played it in that day and age that it came out, because it's an old fucking game. It's a really old game, but like,
I bought both 7 and 9 for the PS4.
Now 9 is one that I actually Like a
The,
lot of people
updated
say that
versions.
9 is the true one, and I actually like from what I played of 9, I got really far, but I had to take a break, like you do, and I really fucking was enjoying it. Yeah.
No, 9's great. I actually like 9 a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers, Cloud's in it. I don't know about this one though because it's a fucking new one.
It's gonna be Noctis because of course it is.
Yeah, just like in
It's gonna be
Tekken.
Noctis.
So fucking fitting. Makes so much sense.
Yep.
God. If you can't tell, I don't really care that much about Smash Brothers anymore because they don't know how to fucking shower. And the
Oh.
community.
That's the reason?
No. The
Okay.
reason is just because I don't get the game and like.
Does anybody
I think-
else feel like this was a bit too early?
What do you mean?
Like for the Super Smash Brothers, like
in relation to their
in relation to like the Wii U version was like it feels like it was already like steaming
you mean
hot.
how
And
it's probably
then-
just because you mean how there was such a bigger gap between 4 and Brawl?
like bigger gaps between all of them. Like
Yeah.
it's like there's Super
Did
Smash
Melee come-
Brothers.
I think
And
How-
then Melee.
how many-
2001.
When did Melee come out compared to when Brawl came out?
I'm gonna say like maybe 5, 6.
We're all
years?
fucking fact checking the shit out of. So Melee came out in 2001 in November.
Uh-huh.
And Brawl. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, November of 21. Yeah, actually, wow. Brawl came out like 6 to 7ish years like after January 31st, 2008.
Wow,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's a huge gap.
Uh-huh.
And then Smash 4 release date was 2014, so that's 6 years. Yeah, you're totally I didn't realize. Wow, holy shit. I guess just because like you just played whatever. Yeah, that's a really small gap. When the fuck did 64 come out? Wow, that was even longer. No fucking way. This was 1999. Yeah, was like a year after. This is literally like 2 years after fucking the last one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they just want money or something. Or maybe you're right where it's just going to be a port. But that's so weird because
think
they've never done it
mainly-
like that.
I think mainly, I just think it's because of the horribleness that is the Wii U.
The Wii U? Yeah.
and
that's
they're just like, we are ashamed of its existence.
I feel that's what a lot of people are getting. Is like even if it's a new game, it's just the fact that they're like, everyone bought the Switch,
Yeah.
so let's give them Smash Brothers here so that people will actually play this game. Because I feel like over half of the people that own a Wii U own it just because they're a Smash competitor. Like that's a.
I don't know
feel
about
that's a
that.
really safe assumption. Well, what else do they fucking have to play on it that they can't play on something else? Oh,
Well-
Breath of the Wild. Oh my god, I fucking forgot about that. Is that Wii U exclusive?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably like one of the few other things that people just bought a Wii U for. That game is cool. It's just that
Bayonetta
like,
2.
oh yeah, that's true. Well, not anymore because it's on the Switch.
Yep. Cause
Did they announce
fudging
Wonderful
Wii U.
101 for the fucking Switch yet? Did that happen already? Is that just something
No.
people want?
I think it's just what people want, and I believe it's just rumors and speculation that they're going to be doing
Yeah.
that. Because
It-
Bayonetta
Well, with the
2
way they're
came out.
taking it, yeah, with Bayonetta 2, it might happen.
I mean,
Then-
it's the better choice if it were to happen. Like freaking.
Than
go all
Bayonetta
out.
2. I actually just thought of something like a couple minutes earlier that is a fighting game thing that we definitely could talk about that will interest most people listening to this podcast, actually.
And that would be.
So have you guys heard or seen anything? Because a few of my friends have shared it to me because we're so into that stuff. You heard about the rumor for the new JoJo fighting game?
Most
Let
of
me
the JoJo
share-
games I've played all sucked, so I'm not really inclined to be hyped for this.
You didn't like the PS1 fighting game?
I know.
But it's so cool. You do all the cool stuff.
Nah.
So there's been a rumor going around that French Bread is working on a JoJo fighting game.
All right, what's French bread?
French Bread is the people that make here's the link to the like most recent stuff they have. French Bread is the guys that make Melty Blood and Dengeki Bunko, which has all those anime characters in it, and then they also made Under Night. So that's kind of like a big thing for me personally.
I mean,
So yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
well, I think it'd be really cool. Because this is the whole thing with Dragon Ball, right? Was like Arxis games were kind of like my new aesthetic for like coming into fighting games. Was like I liked a lot of them, and then with Dragon Ball was just something I liked in high school, right? But then JoJo was the next step up, where JoJo was something that I thought was super cool in like college, and then French Bread was also the thing that I found after Arxis that I, in my opinion, enjoyed a lot more. So the idea of like, because the whole idea of like a good Dragon Ball fighting game was super awesome to me, and I liked Dragon Ball so far, like it's a joy. But the idea of these people making a JoJo fighting game is like, it's like the meme of that fucking wrestler guy that makes the crazy face. I'm sorry, I'm fucking butchering. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's like the guy that's like in charge of everything. Anyway, I don't know. It's just next level of like excitement.
I'm
Alrighty.
totally lost on what you're talking about, honestly.
Oh, well, I'm talking about, because we were going to talk about SNK heroines for like 5 seconds, because I was like, oh, we could talk about SNK heroines and piss Sterling off. But then I just remembered that people have actually been sharing to me, like if you check the Discord link, this is the most recent thing we've seen about a rumor of like a true JoJo fighting game coming out that is made by people that actually know what they're doing, just like with the Dragon Ball game, except it's French Bread, so they even know what they're doing even better. And this is like,
Gotcha.
this is a rumor of all the characters that they've released, which is Jonathan, and then old and young Joseph, and then both Josuke's, Koichi, Gyro, Jobin Higashikata, who I actually have no idea who that is.
Jobin is, I think, from one of the light novels.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking this guy up.
Like
Here we go.
Dead Man's Questions.
Oh, he's from part
or
8.
something. Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
getting it
And
all
then-
fucked up.
Kikyoin, Avdol, Polnareff, Iggy, and Giorno. So like so pretty much most of the people from part 3 that are popular. But what's really weird is in this whole leak list, no Jotaro. Oh, here we go. He's
That
okay. Never mind. He's in this initial
would
list
be
of
the-
Of
Jotaro,
course.
Johnny, Jolene,
that would be the
Kira,
biggest
and Dio.
fucking
Of course,
twist
I was
ever.
gonna say. Wouldn't that be crazy,
Yeah.
dude? But I don't give a fuck. I'd way rather play as I want to play as Kikyoin and Polnareff and Giorno. Like those are the 3 that I played the most in All-Star Botch Battle.
All-Star Botch,
Oh boy.
the big botch.
Yeah. So
Apparently,
I
a
think
lot of people love that game.
All-Star Battle. I played a lot of it actually when it came
It's
out.
like,
and it
what-
was Huh?
It's one of Japan's.
It's
believe
really
it's one of
popular,
Japan's
yeah.
extreme, like a lot of people bought it. Like,
It's because people don't care if it's like a good quote unquote fighting game. It has so
and
many
I
of the
believe
iconic characters.
it got a 10 out of 10 on one of their, like, renowned like review sites in Japan.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, from what I played of it, it's like. So as a fighting game, it's kind of jank. Like there's some weird shit, and like a lot of characters are kind of like way obviously better than others, I think. But I think a lot of it is also just like in terms of competitiveness,
Right.
it didn't get that much. Like there were some people that tried it really competitively, and it looked like it could be cool, but it just feels really like slow.
I would not
and
have.
it's just kind of like
I would not have expected that to ever get like a big competitive following because it doesn't look like the kind of game that was meant for like great like technical.
yeah. I feel like it was just meant to be. It was like It was like the old Dragon Ball games, but like way more refined. Where like, because doing a lot of the stuff in that game is really simple. Like, there's a lot of like weird shit you can do in that game that just looks really jank and is actually like really hard to do and all that. But like, and it's actually like fun to do it. Like I labbed in that game a lot, and I actually like enjoyed most of the experience I had with that game. It's just a goofy game, and as you can see, like in terms of like real competitiveness, like it kind of died off, especially once they made the arena fighter, because all the people that bought it probably bought it and they were like, yeah, I can't really do fighting game stuff, so right. But with the Eyes of Heaven game, it's like, oh sweet, all I have to do is fucking hit circle now, like all the other games, so woo.
So like as far
but the
as
idea
like,
of
competitive technical play goes, would you say that at the very least All-Star Battle is at least a bit better off than like the 3D Naruto fighting games, for example?
Oh fuck yeah! Like it's a real fighting game. It just plays really jankily. Like I'm trying to think of a good comparison that isn't like jank in the sense of how weirdly nutty it is. Like
because those Naruto games, from what I can recall hearing about, apparently were disgustingly like easy to play.
I mean, it's literally like combos in that game is just circle, 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 circle.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then you have chakras, your meter, you know.
Yeah.
And like to make your combos longer, you would literally hit. When I played it, it was literally like you hit circle, 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 circle a bunch of times, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you hit triangle, which is chakra, and then you hit X, I think, which is dash, and you would do a chakra dash. And what that does is like when your combo is about to end, instead you just chakra dash in the middle of it, and then you do the same part of the combo over and over again. Yeah. So that's how your combos worked, right? And then you had substitution jutsu, which was kind of like your burst or whatever, or your dodge roll or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But with that game was so like I tried it for a while because a lot of my friends really like it, and it's really fucking popular for whatever reason. But the game is so blatant, like it's so like people always argue with a lot of fighting games that it's more worth it to just go crazy and go ham and be always on the offensive, and that makes a lot of people not like certain fighting games. Yeah. This is like 100% like just fucking hit the button, because so you have substitution jutsus, and that's supposed to be your defensive mechanic outside of, you know, blocking and shit. But then if you substitute jutsu, you hit a trigger and you only have like 4, and when you burn all 4 of them, you slowly start getting them back after like a set amount of time. Kind of like how you would get like speed boosts back with your horse in the old Zelda games, for anybody that can make that correlation.
Gotcha.
And so, but the way that it worked was, if you could react to your opponent using substitution jutsu, and you fucking do the chakra dash shit, you would just run right back into them, and the combo would literally just keep going as if like nothing happened. It was a weird game where like there were obvious breaks, because like in a fighting game, if you have a true combo, it'll say like the number, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But there are so many times in this game where there's like clearly like some sort of break where you can like you could have stopped and like blocked in between or something, and then what would happen is, you know, it just keeps going even though there was an obvious break, and it just says like, oh, but you got like an 80 hit combo even though there was all this weird shit in between. But then I would watch I watched one tech video because I wanted to learn how to play Saucy, because edgelord, and I love them, whatever. So they showed me how to combo into super, where you would do his BBBBB combo, or circle 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 combo, and then you would do some weird shit where you would like fucking, you would do your chakra dash shit, but you would also roll, and then you would cancel the animation of you rolling into his super, which is just
amazing,
the chakra button twice and then attack. Yeah, and then what happens is like they showed it in the video, and they're like, yep, and then like your opponent can't get out of it because they're still getting hit by the original, you know, circle 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 animation, but the game's combo counter would not count it. Like the counter would reset, and I was like, oh well, fuck this. This like that's too fucking jank. That's so weird. Like I'm not on board.
And what game was this specifically?
This was like the Naruto, the Storm games that everyone played. Like it was cool and it's flashy, and like I totally see why people enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
But it's definitely not for me. Like, oh, it's so weird.
Like, I played
would
the
play
demo
it
of it.
from-
Did you ever play the GameCube Naruto fighting game, Clash of Ninja?
Hell yeah, I played the fuck out of that game.
Yeah, that game was good.
It was cool, but it's really weird because it's like Tekken, except what if there was no lows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And throws are fucking horrible.
Yep.
Like, it's weird. Because you can just neutral block forever, so you can just never press a button and then wait until your opponent does something that's wildly unsafe, and then you just punish them. And then
Yep.
that's the game. And throws are like super jank where you have to be like, it's a 3D game, and you have to be like point blank to your opponent. And this does the stupid movement distance in that game where like, it's the same thing as the Dragon Ball fighting early games, the Budokai, like the Budokai vanilla games, where your walk speed is literally like fucking molasses, but your dash speed is like super fast. So it's just really weird in terms of movement. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed that game. I played the ever living hell out of it, but like,
but it
it's
has
just
like
super- it's just a super weird
like
game.
its fair share of issues. Yeah.
yeah,
That's fair. I played a hell of a lot of both 1 and 2 with one of my buddies back when I
Same.
was in my GameCube glory days, because I would go and play Clash of Ninja with him, and then I would go over and play Melee with my other buddy, and just like burn through days of just doing that, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, I had a lot of time. I put a surprising lot of time into Clash of Ninja 1, despite having like very little single player stuff to do. But the second one had like a lot of stuff to do in it, so I ended up playing that one.
The only thing that you could really unlock in Clash of Ninja 1, I think, was Naruto's
You could unlock
QB form,
you could
and
unlock-
you could also
you could unlock him
and
and
Rocket.
Sharingan Kakashi,
And,
where
Rocket.
like
No, Sharingan
Yeah.
Kakashi was reserved for 2. I don't think they showed
no,
up
I
in
you could no, I know you could do him in that because I remember owning the first one for so long, and I remember we unlocked him,
Okay.
and we were like, what the fuck does he do?
Yeah.
And the only big difference is that everyone had the gimmick of back and A, because A was your ninjutsu button, so A was like your special moves, kind of like how B in Smash Brothers is your quote unquote special moves.
Yeah.
But everyone had like a tied counter where like Naruto would just like most of them just did a pose, and then if they got hit, it was like your DP.
Yeah.
If they attacked you and you posed, you did a follow up attack and punished them.
Yep.
And then Kakashi's was Sharingan, so he would do the pose where like he holds his headband up, even though he had his headband up the whole time anyways. But the whole really cool thing about Kakashi's was that Kakashi had the special ability where if you did your super, if you countered it, he would go like fucking Sharingan, and then he would do their super.
Yeah.
So you could get the really funny shit of like Sakura's super, because she sucks and she's lame, was just inner Sakura where she punches you a bunch.
Yes.
But then you could get inner Kakashi, and he just looked all goofy and shit and just punched the shit out of them. And that was awesome.
I actually remember looking back on it now. No, you were right. Sharingan Kakashi was unlockable, and the one that wasn't unlockable till 2 was Sharingan Sasuke.
Yep, and that was my favorite character.
For obvious reasons.
He was like the last motherfucker you unlock, and it takes like 50 years to unlock. No, those games were enjoyable.
Yeah.
I would also, but in terms of like upcoming stuff, I really hope that this fucking rumored JoJo game is real, because if this was real, not only would it just be like yay French bread game, because they're always like really fun and good in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just straight up good fight. Like no one plays Dengeki because it's dead, and they never brought the second version over to America, which super hardcore killed it.
Yeah.
But those games are really enjoyable, except for like 3 characters that just destroy the game for like just about everybody else. There's like the best character in the game is so good that she kind of outright like just ruins the game for me, because her whole gimmick is you use her and you use her assist. You use this special tied assist, and her combo is literally just like instant kill you. Like it's stupid, and it ruins the game, which is like this really, I think outside of a few things, that specifically it's just in general like a really fun, smart game that's all about like meter management and all that shit for anyone who cares. But seeing a JoJo game would be even more so like amazing because JoJo is so fucking hot right now that if they put the JoJo game out and it's by French bread in general is just going to get so much more attention because and like that is really good. That makes me a happy camper because French bread's my favorite studio.
Well,
and
the
they make
JoJo
good
hotness
games.
has been cooling down a bit since Part 4 ended, but no.
Yeah, but
like in
here's
general,
how
it's
you
still-
make it hot, right?
Like in
you go to
general, still pretty
Evo.
beloved, yeah. Right.
You go to Evo and they announce like, "Hey, dude, JoJo game,"
JoJo game.
and then either right before or right after you go, "Hey, motherfucker, Part 5," and then you show Giorno in the trailer doing shit that he would do in the anime, and then they make $1 bajillion, and then French bread's like, "Holy shit, we can actually make money! Oh my god!"
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's how you should do it. I don't know if it will happen. I don't even know if this game is gonna be real, but I hope it's real.
You just have to. show
I'm
the
way
good
more excited
pose.
for this shit than Smash Brothers. And Smash Brothers is actually real.
You just have to
Like,
do the
I'm
good
sorry.
old pose of a Giorno tugging his shirt sexually, and
It's
then
like one of my favorite poses in the fucking show.
it's good. Then you sell 500,000 copies of your game.
Oh, more than that.
Which
hopefully.
which nowadays actually doesn't matter
Please,
much.
more
you're
than
right.
that.
Yeah. Come to
That's
think
like
of
how
it,
much
that
they
means nothing
make-
now.
That's like how much they make on a game usually. I don't fucking know actually, but they don't sell too much because they make niche ass shit.
Oh,
But JoJo's not that niche anymore. JoJo's so fucking randomly popular and everyone loves it.
yeah.
So if they made a fighting game, people would buy it, and it would be good. Unlike the All-Star Battle's not bad. I enjoyed it. It's just weird. And I also had to go through like 6 patches because the game was so fucking.
Oh, really?
The game ended. Yeah, like it was so crazy. Where like did you watch the old
Yeah.
Best Friends video about it? Because this
Yeah,
is
I did.
actually how I found out about JoJo. Like they found loops in that game that just because it's a 3D game, right?
Yeah.
They found like loops that put there. It was Zappelli, not Caesar, but the original Zappelli from Part 1.
Yes.
He would have like a loop where he would get you in the corner and he would just like do this like TK fireball or something, and it was just like an infinite, and like he was putting so much shit on the screen that it would just like the frames per second in that game would just tank, and it's like having that in a fighting game is a fucking sin. Like you can't do that. That instantly like completely nullifies your
talking
games
about
like
the,
legitimacy.
part where Zappelli does his wine cutter with the Hamon from long range, and yeah, kind of.
Yes, exactly. He does that move. Yes, and it would just like it would just destroy the game. And then so that happened, and then they patched that game a lot. Where like it was funny. Where like looking up old combo videos of that game is so funny because there's so many different like patches and iterations. Where I was like, he was like, here's this cool Kikyoin combo, and it's literally Kikyoin does like the same. He does his setup, and then he just does this loop where he just burns all his meter using like a weird EX move of like running back and forth of having his stand like shoot fireballs. It was literally like he shoots Emerald Splash and they just bounce on the Emerald Splash, and then he runs to the other side of the screen while they're getting hit by the Emerald Splash, and would just keep shooting it over and over and over and over again until he ran out of meter, and then he would just kill them with like a super or something. And I was like, this is like amazing because this is like the jank combos that people love. And then they just kept patching them out where like I would keep finding like, oh, Nuki Coin combo. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Oh, Nuki Coin combo. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Oh. Yeah, there was like a lot of cool stuff to that game. It's just like they patched it into Oblivion, and then I mean, I went to the Navy and just kind of started playing normal fighting games again because I didn't have a PS3 at the time. I played it at my friend's house, and we had a lot of fun with it. And then I was like, and then by the time I got my PS3 to start playing fighting games again, no one fucking played that game, and it was like $60, and I was like, there's a lot of stuff to do in that game. Like, as a fan pandering game, it's fantastic. Like, there's so much costumes. There's so many characters, and no one, like, all the stand users kind of have the same thing to them. At least the ones that have a humanoid stand.
Yeah.
so that's fine. But like a lot of people played like all differently, and that was really cool. It wasn't like the Dragon Ball games where they all played the same at the end of the day, and that kind of sucked. Like, it was really cool. It was a really cool game. It just kind of died out like a lot of third-party fighters would, unless, I don't know. But now that's why like I have so much hope for this one, because this could be like the one that like people will take seriously and other people can also enjoy, just like with Dragon Ball, where like so many, you saw how many people play. Like Dragon Ball is like way more up there because there's billions of people that love Dragon Ball.
Plus, to be fair,
but JoJo is like getting there.
Plus, to be fair, like this particular new Dragon Ball game is actually like on a like gameplay level, like a
Of course.
strong hyper fight.
No, but that's what I mean. Is like JoJo will be as good as that. Don't talk shit about French bread. I will fucking fight you.
No,
in a French bread game.
I'll fight you back. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
so we can definitely expect Poochie and his stand, White Snake, I believe.
Green
right?
Baby, yeah.
Or yeah.
Green Baby.
In
What?
Super
What
Smash
this?
Brothers.
Oh.
And
Are you talking about Simpsons Poochie?
Yes.
Wait.
He is now.
Do you know who Poochie is?
Poochie. Okay. You said Poochie, and I just instantly thought of the meme. No, Poochie.
Even
would be
though
cool,
I
wouldn't it?
definitely one up that with his stand White Snake, right? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I literally just looked him up and I forgot. It's because it's always because I see how his name is spelled, and I figured it would have been said in like a weird accent.
Pucky?
Not like that, like Poochie or some. I don't fucking know. I watched Simpsons. I heard Poochie. I think of Poochie. Jeez, come on, cut me a break.
Alright.
We've got to find a different way to pronounce the JoJo character's name. Let's just call him Gay Priest and be done with it. Wrap it up.
Just call him cool guy. He's cool. He's cool.
Yes.
He did a thing.
He definitely did.
He definitely did a thing.
A thing.
Quite a major thing in the plotline, honestly.
He did so much of that thing that you could pretty much think how 7 is set up. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
That's the best we're gonna get it without actually spoiling.
Poochie does a lot.
But yeah.
So to wrap this thing up, what are you looking forward to this upcoming week, Matthias?
I am looking forward to continuing to play Neo and to just do my thing. You know, I'm just
And
I'm
that
just gonna
thing
try
is?
and get back into some oh no, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I know that I'm gonna be playing more Neo. That's one of the bottom lines.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a good old game. It's a good boy.
It's okay.
You fucking think that game
Not
is
as good as Two Worlds.
Not as good as Two Worlds, but hey.
Yep.
Maybe
Nothing
as
can
good
be
as
as
Two
good as
Worlds 2.
I've actually come to the conclusion that I like Two Worlds 1 more than Two Worlds 2, even though it's obviously the better game.
And
for reasons that we can get into another time,
Exactly.
because we are trying to wrap this shit up.
and
Because that will be a long, stupid conversation that literally no one will fucking care about, because at least with fighting games, there's like 2 people that care about it, but everyone fucking hates Two World because it sucks. That's fine. Anyways.
we can have a bad podcast about open world games that nobody liked later. It's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's
We can definitely talk about Breath of the Wild another day.
Oh man.
And
there we go. Now this one's gonna get even more dislikes than the fucking last one, because we had to talk shit about people's shitty BlazBlue game, and they all got butthurt because they suck.
Yeah, I saw those comments.
Wait, what?
I saw the ones.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? Now, we have to talk about this.
No,
No, we have to, because I was so prepared to talk about this.
No.
We can can
Oh,
pick it up.
so there's this
We
fucking
can
person in a fucking
definitely-
comment. No, I have to.
Sterling, if you want the short
No.
version, someone got
No,
upset.
come
It was
on.
Someone
It was just
got
one
upset at
fucking
what we were
comment.
saying about Blaze
No,
Blue.
it was mostly me, I feel.
And that's it.
They were
The
like,
end.
"Oh, you're wrong because the sprites aren't new or whatever. They redid them all." And like I had someone in a Facebook group telling the same shit, and I checked with like a bunch of my friends like, "No, this is the same shit." And they're like, "Yeah." And then the guy, I was like, "Dude, give me your source or whatever." And they would send me they sent me a fucking Japanese interview, and they're like, "Oh, I hope your Japanese is good. Here you go." And I was like, "Are you fucking shitting me? This is what you're fucking giving me?" And they're like, "Yeah." They also wrote it on the Wikia that Mori said that like they were gonna redo them all. I'm like, that's a Wikia. And also, Mori is a fucking liar, and he just lies. This is the same man that said, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna make another Blaze Blue," and then they made another fucking Blaze Blue. Like they literally took two articles that said those exact things and put them next to each other. Of guy that makes Blaze Blue isn't gonna make any more Blaze Blue games, and then the next interview from like a year later is new Blaze Blue game. So fuck you. He's a liar. And like they're not new. They're not the exact same sprites. But you know what they are? It's literally highlight the sprite, click and drag, enlarge and shrink. Right. That's all they fucking did, okay? Shit. If you don't dislike the video, just fucking come at me. His name is Spencer Peters. I'm KP on everything. I will fucking fight you to the death. Anyways.
So
don't
what are
hurt
you
these
looking
poor-
forward
these
to,
poor men.
Spincy?
I'm looking very forward to this JoJo shit.
Yeah.
And whenever the fuck Bardock comes out in Dragon Ball. And I'm also looking forward into playing Secret of Mana and hoping that it's not bad like other people have told me that it is.
Let me know how that goes.
I will, but I also would have expected you to have played it yet since you bought it before me.
No, I am making.
No,
Secret
he just has that
He pulled a
facade
Matt.
of liking it, but in reality, he hates it, and he bought it just so that he can destroy it.
No, what
Oh.
happened is I decided that I'm going to use Secret of Mana as an incentive to get myself to motivate myself to do something. So I am not touching it until I knock off some personal projects.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, that's all I really have. I got that
Alright.
off my chest.
Well, what I'm looking forward to is literally nothing that I can think of. Maybe something like Goku announced for Super Smash Brothers. Finally,
Hey man.
we can hope.
They put
this is the
Xenoverse. They put
year.
Xenoverse on the Switch. This is it.
This is the year of Goku
This
for
is-
Super
this is-
Smash Brothers.
This is like all things totally intended. This is so the year of Goku.
But
He got
yeah,
the good fighting game. He got the new transformation.
the quote
That's-
unquote
that's
new
it.
transformation.
First he
Yeah.
got the transformation, then he got the better version of the transformation, and now he's gonna punch Jiren a bunch of times. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna punch Meiro next.
And then he's gonna punch the true mastermind.
Isn't like the whole point of Dragon Ball Super is so that Goku can fight Beerus? Or did they?
I thought that was just the movie where he fights Beerus.
No,
and
but he loses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe he fights Beerus like maybe they're gonna finish the series and then Goku's gonna fight Beerus again or something. Who knows?
Quite possibly.
Yeah. And then
I would rather
Beerus
see
wins again.
I would rather see Goku fight Vegeta again.
But as
Because
we
they-
all actually know, he has to take down the real mastermind behind all of the schemes in Dragon Ball history, Master Roshi.
I'm so glad that's actually what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
If you were gonna say anything else, I was like, no, Master Roshi.
Master Roshi.
Please say Master Roshi. Master Roshi looks cool in the opening. He takes his glasses off.
Big strong old man.
Yeah.
He
Alrighty.
likes the boobs. Okay, yep.
Do you want to send us off, Matthias?
Folks, how do we conclude?
Don't
get
eliminated. All right.
Ugh.
Bye.
Oh God, I gotta pause it.